Okay, in this practical, I'll cover the topic telnet and banner. Okay, so on R1, if we check, I have just given the IP address 10.1.12.1, and on router R2, I'm just giving the IP address 10.1.12.2. So if on router R2 you want to remotely access the device R1, so what you will do, you will enable the telnet or R1 so that R2 can take it remotely. So for that, the command is, you need to go to the global configuration mode and then type line vty0. If I type line vty0, that means only one user can telnet at a time. And if you type question mark, here 871 user can telnet this device at the same time. So I'm just giving it 1 line vty0. Then you have to enable it, type login, and then you have to give the password, which is, let's suppose, Cisco, right? So now you have enabled the password Cisco under line vty. Before going further, I have to provide the enable secret password here. Let's suppose I'm giving enable password Cisco, right? Now once you go to the R2, now you want to telnet this particular device, which is R1. First of all, you need to check the basic connectivity. Are you able to reach R1? Yes, I can. Now I will type the command telnet and then type 10.1.12.1. So once I type this command telnet 10.1.12.1, a session will open, and now it's asking for the password. The password is Cisco, which I give under line vty0, 4. Now see, from R2 now I am in R1. When you type the command enable, it's again asking password, which I gave here, enable password, that is enable password Cisco. So what this command means? This command means, if you give this command enable password Cisco, once someone going to user exec mode to privilege mode, it will ask a password, right? User exec mode to privilege mode, it's asking a password, which is again Cisco. So now I am on R1. Now I can check my interfaces here, right? So by this way you can access any device by the help of telnet. Let's suppose I'm in India and one of the device is in Dubai, and I want to access that device. So by the help of telnet, I can access that particular device. Here if you type the command show hosts or show users, you can got to know that under line 130 someone is accessing this device by IP address 10.1.12.1. So by the help of this command, I can check if someone is telnetting my device or not. So for that, the command is show users, right? And if you want to come out, you can do Control Shift 6X. You will come out, right? Control Shift 6X. Now you are again on R2, and you are again, if you are checking here, show users, it will remove soon. From last 8 seconds it ideal, right? So by the help of these commands, you can take the remote session of a particular device. So what I did here, I'll configure the line VTY password on R1, so R2 can access the device remotely. Now I'm configuring a banner. Let's suppose I'm giving that I'm going to the configuration mode and I'm giving the command banner MOTD. MOTD means message of the day. This router is AT&T router. So I can provide the banner. Let's suppose if someone is telnetting now again, see, it's showing a banner. This router is AT&T router. So if you are providing some information to another device which is trying to telnet you, you can configure a banner by the help of this command. The command is banner MOTD, and then you can type the syntax, whatever you want to type. I typed that this is router is AT&T router. So once from R2 trying to telnetting R1, it's showing that this router is AT&T router. So you will get some some information about that particular device, right? So this is about telnet and banner, right? And I think this is enough. Thanks. Hi friends, today I'm gonna discuss about the topic ARP. And what is the uses of ARP? Here you can see I took a switch which is a 2963 switch, 24 port switch, and we have two laptops. So on laptop 0 I can show you, I just assign the IP address which is 10.1.1.1 and the default subnet mask which is 255.0.0.0, right? And on system laptop 1 you can see that I have configured the IP address 10.1.1.2 and the subnet mask is 255.0.0.0, which is default. So for if this PC1 want to communicate to PC2, what are the information PC1 is required? PC1, this laptop 0 is required the source IP address which is 10.1.1.1, the destination IP address which is 10.1.1.2, the source MAC address and the destination MAC address. Right now the PC0 is having his own MAC address which is, let me show you. See, by the help of this command you can check the physical address of PC. Now the problem is PC0 is having his own MAC address, but it's also required the MAC address of a PC2, right? So how it will find out the MAC address of a PC2? So it will generate an ARP packet. Once it will generate an ARP packet, it will unknown unicast that particular packet to identify the MAC address of this particular device. If you check the ARP entry of this device right now, you don't have any entry. So unless you don't have the MAC address of destination IP address, you will not able to communicate. So for that communication, ARP is required. So if I'm trying to ping now 10.1.1.2, now it will pinging. It's pinging the another laptop. So now if I check the same table, which is ARP table here, now see, I have the MAC address of that particular system dynamically. So how come I got this MAC address? This MAC address I got by the help of ARP packet. So if you want to cross verify, you can go to the laptop 1 and type ipconfig all. See, if you see the MAC address of this particular system is 00014266E3D1, and once you go to laptop number 0, see 00014266E3D1. Now here also you can check. See, now you have the ARP entry of that particular device. So by this practical we can got to know that to communicate between two systems we need to generate an ARP request. In ARP request we have source IP, destination IP. The source IP is 10.1.1.1, the destination IP is 10.1.1.2, the source MAC address, and for destination MAC address we are generating this packet which goes to an unknown unicast which is ffff.ffff.ffff. So by the help of this process we got to know the MAC address of another device and then we can communicate, right? So under switch, if you want to check the MAC address table, see, you can check that you have both the MAC addresses of laptop 1 and laptop 2 and the interfaces through which you have learned these MAC addresses, and the type is dynamic because we are dynamic learning this address. So this is basically the process how two systems will communicate if they are connected through switch. They have their own addresses and they want the hardware address of another device. For that they are generating the ARP request and they will get the ARP reply. So next time they will communicate directly because now they have the ARP entry. See, right? So until and unless we don't have this hardware address we can't communicate. So this is the main benefit of ARP. I think this is enough regarding ARP. Thanks. Welcome friends. Today we will do the practical of ping. Here I took two routers R1 and R2 and I took subnet 10.1.1.0 between them. So it's very basic practical. Here we can check how ping works. So we go to the R1 and go to the interface label and provide the IP address to this interface. Let's suppose it's 10.1.1.1. Now I go to R2 and assign the IP address here. Right. So when I check the basic connectivity through ping, what type of packet it will send? This is the question here. So what I'll do, I'll just capture that packet and I'll just trying to show you. Okay, so the result will come within few seconds, so that we can check that in under ping the echo and echo reply packet will send, and then the echo reply will receive from the neighbor C. Here 10.1.1.2 is sending a packet to 10.1.1.1, which is ICMP echo packet for ping request. Here you can check that internet is version 4, header length is this, and this is protocol ICMP, which is 1. Time to live value is 255, and the source IP is this, and the destination IP is this. This is the internet control message protocol ICMP echo packet. See, this is the echo packet and this is the data. Right. Again, you just go to the echo reply, which is received from R1 to R2. This is the echo reply packet, right? So by these packets, by the help of these packets, we can check the layer 3 connectivity between two devices. Okay, so this is the basic practical of ping. Thanks. Hello friends, in this practical I'm just gonna show you how to configure the IP address and the basic things on the router interface. Okay, this is the privilege mode of the router, where you can see the command show IP interface brief. Through this command you can check how much interface you have. Here you can see that you have one interface which is fast Ethernet 0/0, and right now this is unassigned, means you have not yet configured any IP address on this interface, and this particular interface is administratively down, which means right now this is shut down by the administrator. So for configuring the IP address on an interface, you have to go to global configuration mode. Under global configuration mode, you have to go into interface mode, interface fast Ethernet 0/0, and then you have to enable that interface. For that you have to type the command no shut. After typing that command, you have to provide the IP address. This is the command 10.1.12.1, let's suppose, and then the subnet mask for that particular IP address, right? After that you have to do exit 2 times, and then again when you type the command show IP interface brief, it shows us that now the IP address of this particular interface is 10.1.12.1 and the status is up. This means this is the physical status of the interface, and this is the layer 2 status of the interface. If you are facing some layer 2 issue, then this particular thing will be down, right? So same thing we can do on R2. We go to the configuration mode, go to the interface configuration mode, enable the interface, and then assign the IP address, which is 10.1.12.2 in my current scenario, right? If you type Control Z, then you will come out, and now if you put the command show IP interface brief here, you can see that you have an interface which IP address is 10.1.12.2. Now if I'm trying to ping 10.1.1.1, 10.1.12.1, so it is connected. This means that I have reachability between these two devices, right? Now if I want to assign, let's suppose I want to assign a description. So if you check the command show interface description here, you have not seen anything because right now I will not type anything here. So let's suppose this interface is provided by the ISP Verizon. So, and I want to provide this information on the interface. So the command is interface fast Ethernet 0/0 description, and the description is Verizon interface, let's suppose, right? So once you enter this description command, after that what you can do, once you type show interface description command, you can check that this particular interface has been provided by Verizon, and the current physical and line protocol is up on this interface, right? So now this particular configuration which I have did yet, it's in my running configuration. So if I want to copy my configuration, the command is copy running configuration to startup configuration. By the help of this command, your configuration is saved, and if the power down and your router will restart, this particular configuration will not removed. So by the help of this command you can do that, right? So if you want to check your current configuration, what are the configuration here on this router, you need to type the command show run. So by the help of command show run, you can check that okay, these are the configuration, these are the interface configuration here, right? So now if I want to change the host name, let's suppose I want to change this router name as Verizon 1. So by the help of this command host name, you can change the name of the particular device. So once you have, let's suppose, 5 to 8 devices, it will be easy for you to to check for which company this particular device is supporting. So this particular router is supporting Verizon company, right? So these are the basic things. The basic commands are show IP interface brief, show interface description, show running configuration, and then let's suppose show history. This command shows that what are the commands you have previously running, right, on this particular device. We are using this particular command, show IP interface brief, show interface description, right? So these are the basic commands by the help of which you can check the basic things on the device, and these are the pretty much important for you. So I think these are enough for today. Thanks.